Today, we hear a lot in the media about the energy crisis. We hear a lot about sustainability. We hear a lot about strangleholding the planet. These are all legitimate concerns. But again, doom and gloom has been fatigued. We need solutions. So let's talk about the Solutions Project. The Solutions Project is an amazing new initiative led by Hollywood celebrities, brilliant civil engineers, the popular will of some of the smartest men in the world who have come together to leverage their brains to create a plan to take us 100% renewable here in America. Literally, 50 plans for 50 states by 2050 using technology that already exists today. The proposal is straightforward. Eliminate combustion as a source of energy. The sun gives us in one single hour more energy than we would need to power the Earth for a year. And the technology used to capture that energy is getting exponentially faster all the time. The fact that less than 2% of the United States land mass would support all of the wind, solar, and hydroelectric power generation required to meet energy demand is amazing. Now again, it all comes down to the fact that we need to make a cognitive leap. We need to realize that this is already possible now, today, with existing technology. You change minds, you change paradigms. So again, I encourage all of you guys to check out thesolutionsproject.org. Get educated, get involved, join the conversation. Thank you very much.
Hi there, I'm Darren Howard.
And I am Robert Nisbet.
You're tuned into Video Radio, independent media
For an intelligent world.
And we've got an awesome show lined up for you as we take on capitalism and foolishness by presenting solutions.
There was a recent UN climate summit in New York this week, and of course, the powers that be didn't propose any solutions except for carbon trading, which is just a way of making more money out of the climate crisis.
And of course, we're going to be discussing that and more stuff as we broadcast from Kasugi Park in Kelowna. And let's run this clip on wind stalks.
A new way of harnessing power from the environment.
Wind power is becoming more sophisticated as the demand for renewable energy increases. And although some think it can be an eyesore, others see art. Exhibit A, the Wind Stalk. This concept by Atelier DNA was created for the Land Art Generator Competition, a contest in which renewable energy art pieces were designed for small, carless areas outside of Abu Dhabi. These wind stalks would capture kinetic energy similar to a wheat field swaying in the breeze. 1,200 carbon fiber stalks, 55 meters high, are anchored to the ground. The very tops of these poles are lit up by LED lamps, and they glow brighter the harder the wind blows. Within each concrete base, there is a torque generator that can convert the kinetic energy into electricity. While the wind stalk is still in its concept phase, it is exciting to think what will come next. Like, what if there were fans made out of solar panels attached to the tops? Huh? That's pretty genius, if I do say so myself.
So that's really cool.
That's a really new way. That way you don't have those ugly wind turbines that everybody's complaining about. And even if you put solar cells on top, that would be another way of harnessing more power from the environment that we're not looking at.
Of course, they're still subsidizing and expanding oil and fossil fuel resources, which is kind of ridiculous, instead of investing in, well, intelligence.
But if you've got a computer and a specialized printer, you may be able to print your own power source with printable solar cells.
Check this out.
It's almost as easy as pressing Control P to create these thin, flexible solar panels.
We print them onto plastic in more or less the same way that we would print our plastic banknotes.
And it's promising a lightweight revolution, powering everything from laptops to rooftops.
iPad covers, laptop bags, the skin of an iPhone would be something that would just be fantastic. Basically anywhere that there's a surface that we now use plastic, one could substitute that for our plastic solar panels.
In world-leading research, a consortium of scientists from CSIRO, Melbourne and Monash universities have worked on printing solar cells since 2007. The team quickly produced results from coin-sized solar cells now to A3.
Most of our research has been printing onto plastic, and in particular PET, which is the same plastic that you would find in soft drink bottles. We've done some work on colour-bond steel as well.
This is a commercial printer that's been modified to take solar ink. It can print up to 5 metres of solar cells per minute.
The printing process makes it both faster and cheaper to produce than traditional silicon solar panels.
This is quite different to conventional silicon rooftop solar. It can be made to be semi-transparent, which means we can use them in a sort of tinted window type scenario.
And that makes it ideal for powering up a skyscraper.
Connecting our solar panels is as simple as connecting a battery.
The team is now working on a solar spray coating. Several companies have expressed interest to take solar printing to the next level of commercialisation. And with scientists using off-the-shelf printers, the day is coming where we can all be printing our own solar cells at home.
So yes, indeed, we can save the entire world if we're just issued the right printers.
And of course, we just need to use our intelligence to propose real solutions to the crisis that faces us.
You know, we present so many solutions here, and one of them is biotechnology.
And biomimicry as well. But yeah, this new algae-powered building they've built that actually produces power and contributes to the grid is an amazing innovation.
So while we sit back and laugh while people are paying extraordinarily high bills, well, it's not that funny, but it is because there are solutions. Algae-powered building.
Check it out.
This building in Hamburg, Germany, is entirely powered by algae. Inside these glass panels is a green liquid in which you can see the bubbles rising to the surface. This is the result of having a bioreactor built into the facade, which heats the 15 flats in the building. The motor is microalgae, and the principle is photosynthesis. Heat is produced here in this facade by the bioreactors. Then it is stored here before being redistributed. The heat is used to power this central system supplying heating and hot water. The building therefore effectively heats itself. Laura is one of the people who live here. Her balcony looks like an aquarium with all the algae growing there. Also, this passive construction means that the building maintains a comfortable interior temperature without heating. I think it means we save around €1,000 a year, because at the moment we pay almost nothing, because this passive construction is also well insulated. To get ready for the winter, the building makes underground stores of the heat produced during the summer. It's a vision of the future and a response to the questions we were asking 30 years ago. But it isn't just heating at stake here. The project is also designed so that the dead algae can be collected and used to make a food supplement which is rich in minerals.
So while they're approving more energy-sucking towers right here in British Columbia, right here in Kelowna, we have a building that's powered by biomimicry.
And of course, if you want to go to a smaller scale, imagine a cell battery that could power your electronic devices that is made with algae.
So forget about your iPhones that get charged in the microwave. This is a real solution.
Check it out.
This is Cladophora, a common green algae that's generally disliked and often damaging to the ecosystem wherever it grows. There is, however, more to it than meets the eye. Believe it or not, we've managed to produce an organic electric energy storage device using the cellulose these algae produce. We coat the cellulose surface with a conducting material which makes it possible to use it as electrodes, the plus and minus poles in our algae battery. The battery is paper-like and flexible thanks to its unique structure. And it doesn't contain any harmful material, so you can discard it along with other household disposals. The best part is that our research team, led by Uppsala University, has realized that this battery is just the tip of a very large iceberg. The possibilities of using organic material for electric energy storage are endless. Sensors, medical appliances, toys, clothing, home electronics. The list of different applications goes on and on.
We have the technological platform for this battery. What we are looking for now is the right industrial partner to develop it into different products and applications. This is a fascinating modern-day discovery, and our journey has just started. If you're interested in our project, then you may be the partner we are looking for. Contact us and we will tell you more about our discovery.
So, of course, we will say it once again. Governments and banks are standing in the way of us prospering and actually putting out solutions that work.
And capitalism is the real problem, and we really have to address those issues about how they make money off of our misery.
So, while we continue presenting solutions that they freely ignore while presenting, car accidents and cat pictures, I remain Darren Howard.
And I remain Robert Nisbet.
Please stay tuned. We've got more stuff coming up, talking about the militarization of the police.
And of all society.
Initially, it was, hey, there's a lot of people without jobs in our city. How do we fix that? And what we found out is that it's not just the fact of someone getting a job, but what we need is to make sure that our interns or that the people that are jobless receive the support services, right? Like transportation. So we give all of our interns bus passes and we make sure that they show up on time, and our counselors sometimes have to drive them. My name is Charlie Cavell. I run a nonprofit called the Pay It Forward Initiative. We provide job matching internships, so we employ, educate, and empower young adults in Detroit who don't have opportunities. And what we do is we recruit them, and then we match them up with jobs at places like Quicken Loans, Tim Hortons, Gleaners Food Bank, a total of 7 organizations and businesses around the city. We match them up with jobs for 4 months. We pay them through grant funding. And then also on Saturdays, we have education, so financial management, entrepreneurship, and job skills classes to help our interns build a foundation that they can grow from. So this cohort of 16 interns that we have now, they have 5 of them live in shelters, 6 of them have children of their own, and 12 out of the 16 aged out of foster care. So needless to say, rough times for these interns. There's an intern who's 22 years old. She has 3 kids. She's working at Tim Hortons, and she just found out that at the end of the program, right, they want her to move up to being like assistant manager, right? So right now she's an intern at Pay It Forward. Then at the end of our program, we're done paying her. Then she'll transition into working at Tim Hortons as an assistant manager. And she's got 3 kids and she lives in a shelter. So think, if we weren't there, then what would be going on? Who would be there to fill that void? If you have someone vouch for you, basically that's kind of the way you can break it down to the simplest root of it is we vouch for you as someone who doesn't have opportunity, and we say, this is why this person has earned the right to get a job. They all show up every week to their counseling meetings. That we've had a 75% attendance rate to all of our classes on Saturdays, but that also means that, hey, if I need to bring my kids, I gotta bring my kids. And we go, okay, right, we gotta work with that. I failed algebra actually in 8th grade, so, obviously anyone can do this. I think the big thing that you need to have is passion, right? I'm excited to say, I'm gonna help these 16 interns right here, right now, and I'm gonna have a meeting with the Urban Exchange film guys so that the message gets spread, that more people can do more things to get opportunity, right? Because anyone can do it. You just have to care about your neighbor. And I think that that's really what it is. And here's breakfast. Thank you.
Canada, the world's leading exporter of mustard, produces 80% of global mustard supplies and is now poised to solidify its position as a mustard superpower with the proposed Northern Gateway Mustard Pipeline. Changes to Canada's formerly strict condiment review process mean that the mustard pipeline can be fast-tracked, delivering mustard from Saskatchewan to the West Coast, where tankers will ship it to plain sausage and hamburger markets around the world. Local residents worry about the dangers of a potential mustard spill, but important safety measures like large napkins and the odd bottle of stain remover minimize the risk. Prosperity for hot dog vendors, responsible spreading over bread or bun, a bright yellow future. The Northern Gateway Mustard Pipeline, your partner in taste.